Hi everyone and welcome back to Crystal Dreams channel. Today's tutorial is about how to make this wonderful and amazing bracelet called Mokiba using 60 Matubo seed beads. I will show you how it's made and you'll discover that it's very easy. First we need a beading loom, of course we need it. Then we need some 60 Matubo seed beads available in a lot of colors. Then a metallic button that will be used as a closure. As you can see, in the rear side we have a hole where we can pass the leather cord that we are going to use. So of course we need 1mm leather cord, Nemo B thread and a needle, and of course scissors. So I prepared 3 strips of 1 meter each one. Of course, I remind you that all the materials is available on our website www.crystaldream.es. You will find the link in the description box below, or you can click up here where the arrows and you'll see all the materials I'm going to use. So I prepared 3 strips, 1 meter long each one. So I take 2, the first 2 I double them in the center, so I get 4 strips of 50 centimeters each one. And right in the center I get this loop that will be used as a closure, passing the button inside it. So the loom sides have to be enough big to pass the button in it, but not too much, because you need a very sure closure for your bracelet. So I will show you how to make it in order to get the right size of the loom. So I take on the third strip, I hook to a tray the central 2 strips in order to work better, and using a clip I hold all the bracelet. So now I'm going to make a square knot by macrame techniques. So basically I have to position it at the bottom of the 4 strips of cord, and the left side pass on the top and the rear and the right side pass at the bottom of the 4 strips, and you cross them. Then I positioned my first square knot in the place right when I need to try my button. As you can see, it's very adjusted. Okay, now the right cord move to the left, passing on the top. Then the left cord pass to the right at the bottom of the 4th cord. And then I cross them, and by tensing both extremities I will get my second square knot stuck to the first one. Okay, now I'm ready to follow. The cord on the left is moved to the right at the top, and then the cord on the right is moved to the left, passing at the bottom. Then the right cord to the left, passing at the top, and the left to the right, passing at the bottom, tensing always with the same strength. I made 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I say pair these 2. I move them on the right, and I will use them later. I will show you how to open the sides the thickness of the bracelet with another type of working technique. We will use always the square knot, but is now divided in two parts, the left part and then the right part. So basically the second cord starting from the left is used as central cord. So I will cross the cords that are beside it, moving them from the right to the left, passing at the top, and from the left to the right, passing at the bottom. And I will follow doing the same. 1, 2, then once again 3, the left to the right and right to the left at the top and at the bottom alternatively. So I did 4 square knots again, and now I repeat the same with the other part. So I take as a central cord the second cord starting from the right, and I will make 4 square knots, moving the extremities from the right to the left and left to the right, passing at the bottom and at the top respectively, and crossing them. This is the famous square knot technique by Macrame. So the thickness of my bracelet is now ready to be hooked to the loom. As you can see, I hooked to the screw using a piece of Nemo thread, and I positioned all the cords in the comb of the loom. So I hooked the other extremities to the other screw. Remember that the cylinder, you can roll them in order to tense all the cords, getting the same strength. That is very important to get a very, very good result. So I start inserting the beads. I needled about 2 meters of Nemo thread, doubled in the middle, but I think that you can more than 2 meters, like 3 meters is better. Remember, not working with the right quantity of thread we need. So we position it now, the seed beads, 1 seed beads right between all the cords on the beading loom, and I pass the needle at the bottom of both leather cords, and then this is the first step, the first row, that is very important to get a right setting for the work. And then I move the needle inside the same beads, passing it from the left to the right, but at the bottom of the 6 cords. So this will help us to set the distance between all the cords, and now basically we have to follow inserting beads until to get the bracelet length we need for the whistle. So now position the second row, passing the needle at the bottom of all the cords, of the leather cords. And then I will move the needle from the left to the right, passing at the top of the cord. Okay, I positioned them very close to the latest knot I did. Now I repass the needle inside the first row. No, I want only to position them close among them. The first two rows is better. Now I can only follow in adding rows on the body of the bracelet, and you will see that the body of the bracelet will change by itself only by adding rows, by following adding beads on the beading loom. First always at the bottom, and then I return back, passing them at the top of the 6th cord. Now I followed a lot of more rows I did, so I follow doing the same 4 and 6 Matubo. You can click in the box at the top in order to discover all the colors of Matubo beads we have in our store. Please check it out, that a lot of color on 6-0 are available. 6-0, I remind you, that is 4 millimeters. The advantage of Matubo beads is that they have a hole bigger than other 6-0 beads. Okay, this is the last row. As you can see, I set my needle with only 2 meters of Nemo thread. I remind you that the best solution is to use more thread, more length. So I advise you to set the needle with 3 meters of Nemo thread. So this is the bracelet body, the mainly part. So now I will do the same. We'll do the same thing I did at when I set the body of the bracelet at the beginning, right in the other side. So in the other side I set the loom where we are going to pass the button. In the other side we have to position the bottom, but first we have to make the same work I did in the other side. So I separate right part and left part. So I take the second cord starting from the right as a central cord and move the 2 cords beside it, moving from the left to the right and right to the left, passing at the top and the bottom, in order to get 4 square knots. 1, 2 square knots. So now from the left to the right at the top, and from the left to the right. Sorry, from the right to the left at the top, and from the left to the right at the bottom. And then I tense both extremities. Then I follow a little more, and done. This is my right part with the 4 square knots. And then I do the same with the other part. So the central cord is the second, starting from the left, and I will use the first and the third as the cord that are used as I used to make the 4 square knots. Then I'm ready to put my button. So I take the central, the third cord, and I cross it inside it with the 4th cord inside the same hole. So this is the position of my button. So now basically I have to join both lines of square knots in order to make only one square knot, joining both lines together as I did at the start, at the beginning of the work. So from the left to the right, passing at the bottom, and from the right to the left, passing at the top. This is the first square knot. Then I will do the second square knot. From the right to the left at the top, and from the left to the right at the bottom. Then again, one square knot more, from the left to the right at the top, and from the right to the left at the bottom. This is the third square knot, sorry. I'm so sorry, but it's very difficult to me to explain this instruction in English. I hope you can watch the video and understand all the steps I'm doing. And done. Now I have to cut the extremities, and I recommend you to put just a drop of glue in all the extremities of the leather cord in order to ensure and to get all the knots stuck among them, and your bracelet body will be very secure, very strong. I will cut this one again, then I will put a little drop of glue. If you need jewelry glue or beading glue, you can click in here where the arrow at the top, and this is the result. This is the Iris bracelet, very nice, very beautiful. And then I prepared a new one with using leather colors, and I encourage all of you to try and make your own. So happy beading to everybody. See you next time. Bye bye.